I need everybody sitting up in very good LLP. The lesson that we did from Wednesday was not very good for most of us. In fact, Reed was the only person that made 100, but Reed still needs to pay attention too. So we read pictographs, and I told you the key was the most important part. Okay, so we're going to come back to this in a minute. We're going to make a pictograph about our favorite side dishes. Okay, so the key, each square that I draw is going to stand for 2 votes. Now, what does this key tell us about our graph? We need to count by 2s. It was not so bad when we were counting by 2s, but when we were counting by 4s, you guys did not take your time and do that, I don't think. We need to count by 2s. Okay, so here are the choices for our side dishes, and they already gave us the number of votes. So we've got salad, pasta, and potatoes. So those are the labels that we'll write in a minute. We'll need a title for our graph. Salad got 6 votes. Pasta got 5 votes. And potatoes got 4 votes. Now I'm already noticing there's going to be a problem with pasta, because 5 is not an even number. 2, 4, 6. See, 5 is not an even number. So we're going to have to think about what we can do with that. Okay, so now we're going to start putting it all together. You're just watching. Make sure you don't have anything in your hands. Okay, let's... Ooh, you can see my messy desk. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is give it a title. Okay, and it says our favorite side dishes. So that's what I'm going to call it. Our favorite side dishes. And the title goes up here. Don't forget to write your title when you're making, and just like a book title, your title needs all capital letters at the beginning. Side dishes. Okay. So next I'm going to put the labels. The labels are salad, pasta, and potatoes. And then I'm going to have some extra lines on this because I printed it from the internet. I didn't make it myself. Sorry. Salad. Pasta. And remember, pasta is the one that might give us some trouble. And potatoes. Now I have our key down here. Each square that I draw is going to stand for 2 votes. So just like we said up here, we need to count by 2s. All right, so I am going to draw the squares I need for salad. I want you to count out loud by 2 with me as I draw them. 2, 4, 6. Okay, and I'm going to stop. I'm going to write 6 out beside there. Now, let's do pasta, but we're going to have to put our thinking hats on, right? Because we've got 5 votes. Count by 2s with me. 2, 4. Now, here's where it's confusing, right? Because I don't have 6. I have 5. If each vote stands for 2, what can I do to show 1? Because that's what I need, right? 2, 4 plus 1. Right, we're going to just put half a square. It's going to be 1. Okay, and then potatoes. Count those with me. We got to do 4. 2, 4. Okay, so, and I like to write them out there because you guys know that often we have to have questions about our information. Today we don't. But today what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to write your title, your labels, of course your amounts of things, But the most important part is the key. If you don't pay attention to that, you will get all of your answers wrong, which is what happened to many of us on Wednesday. Okay, so this would be a great time to pause the video. Your substitute is going to pass these out. I'm going to do the first 2 pages with you. Then I want you to start doing them on your own, and then the substitute will check them to play the answers, and then you can check and see if you got the right answer or not. All right, so pause the video. Okay, so it says, Delia made the table at the right. She used it to record the places the 3rd grade classes would like to go during a field trip. How can you show the data in a picture graph? Okay, so the title is Field Trip Choices. I can get that from this question. 3rd grade classes would like to go during a field trip, right? And if you had just called that title Field Trip, I would have been fine with that. But they did Field Trip Choices, and I do like that. The labels are the choices that they had, right? Museum, Science Center, Aquarium, and Zoo. And then the museum got 6 votes. The Science Center got 15. The aquarium got 2. And the zoo got 9. Okay, so let's write the title. Okay, I like their title, so let's write that. Sub, you can pause this at any time if you feel like the kids need a little more time. Okay, so we've got our title. They have filled in one of the labels for us, museum. The next one is Science Center. The next one is aquarium. And the last one is zoo. Okay, now before we can go and fill in and draw our pictures, we've got to decide. I don't have room to make 15 of whatever it is picture I'm going to do. All right, so I'm going to have to use a number. A number, could we use 2s? We could. Okay, I'm going to use a controversial number because as a grown-up, I know that 3, all of these numbers are multiples of 3. 2 times 3 is 6, 5 times 3 is 15, 4 times 3 is 12, and 3 times 3 is 9. So I'm going to use, let's do circles. Each circle stands for 3 students. So what are we going to have to count by? 3. So let's look at what we've got to do here. Let me raise this up just a smidge. There we go. Okay, so museum. Museum is 6. So each circle that I draw has to be worth 3. So let's count my 3s. 3. Now if I add another circle, I'm adding 3. What is 3 plus 3? That gives me the number we need, 6. 3, 6. I'm going to write that out beside there in case there are any questions we need to answer about it. All right, Science Center. So I'm going to have to count my 3s until I get to 15. So this is 6, right? So 3, 6. Now, what is it if I add 3 to 9? Whoops, I said it. 3 to 6. That gets me 9. Okay, now what if I add 3 to 9? 9, 10, 11, 12. So that gets me 12. 3, 6, 9, 12. What is 12 plus 3? Aha, that's 15. Okay, now we've got aquarium. So I know that this is 6, 3, 6. What is 6 plus 3? 9. 3, 6, 9. I need more. What is 9 plus 3? 12. So I only drew 4 circles for that one. And finally, let's do zoo. 3, 6. Now I need 6 plus 3. 9. And we can stop there. Okay. You could have done 2s. You just would have had a half of a picture for that, for those odd numbers. Okay, so how did you decide how many pictures to draw for Science Center? Well, I knew my multiples of 3, and that really is the answer. That's how I knew to draw it. You need to make sure you're writing all of this down. You can pause this at any time. Okay, so because the key said each circle stands for 3 students, we had to count by 3. 3, 6, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9. This is going to make us excellent at skip counting, isn't it? Turn the page. Okay, so I'm going to write down some things, and then after I write some things down, that would be a great time for your substitute to pause the video. So it says, make a picture graph from the data you collect. Take a survey or observe a subject that interests you. Collect and record the data in a frequency table. Then make the picture graph. Decide on a symbol and a key, and then include a title and labels. Okay, so since I'm by myself, I can't conduct a survey because I can't ask any questions. So, let's do book characters. I probably should have written favorite book characters, actually. Let's have my title be, or my labels be Ramona and Fudge and Junie B. Jones. So it'd be a great time to pause and write those things down. All right, so let's say Ramona got 12 votes. Fudge got 10 votes. And Junie B, you don't have to write this part down, got 2 votes. Okay, you don't have to write this part down. Now, the key, what are we going to do? We've done circles. I did a square. I think I'll do triangle this time. Now, what do we want to count by? They're all even numbers. We've got 2 and 10 and 12. Yeah, I like that. The key equals 2 votes. So every time we draw a triangle, we're going to count by 2s. You do need to do this part with me. Okay, so Ramona got 12 votes. We're going to count by 2s and draw triangles until we get to 12. You're going to have to make them kind of small. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Now let me count and make sure I've done that right. 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I'm going to write 12 out beside there. Fudge got 10 votes. So I'm going to count by twos until I get to 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, my triangles get really bad when I get toward the end, don't they? So I'm going to write down 10 there so that I can remember, because I'm probably going to have to answer some questions about it. And then Junie B just got 2. Poor Junie. She's not my favorite, as you can tell. Okay, so I got my book characters, I've got my labels, I've got my key. All right, let's go on to the next one. Okay, it says share and show. Jeremy pulled marbles from a bag one at a time, recorded their color, recorded means he wrote down their color, and then put them back. Make a picture graph of the data. Use this key. Each circle stands for 2 marbles. Okay, so let's do the title, Jeremy's Marble Experiment. I like it. Let's see if I can fit it all on there. Remember, this is a title, so it needs all capital letters for the beginning of the word. Just like a book title would. My labels are blue, green, and red. Remember, you can pause this at any time as you write these down. Okay, now, each circle stands for 2 marbles. We need to write that in the key down here. So circle equals 2 marbles. That tells me that I'm counting by twos. Okay, so for blue, we're going to count by twos until we get to 4. I'm going to write that out there beside there so that I don't forget how many I need to make. All right, draw and count by twos with me. Ready? 2, 4. There we go, right? We're counting by twos. We just needed 4. Uh-oh. Green is not an even number. What are we going to have to do? Let's count by twos until we can't anymore, and then we'll talk about what we need to do. So I'm going to write 11 out beside here so I know how many I need to make. Draw and count by 2 with me. Ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now I cannot draw another circle because if I do, then I have 12, right? And I can't have 12. I need 1. So how can I show 1? If each circle stands for 2, what was that? I can't hear you. Oh, yeah, half marble. That's not a very good half marble. Well, so let me just check and let me count and make sure that I have 11 because this is part of my grade. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. All right, and then red is 8, so I can count by twos again. 2, 4, 6, 8. And I'm going to write 8 out beside there because it looks like I'm going to have to answer some questions about it. How many more times did Jeremy pull out a red marble than a blue marble? How many more means I need to subtract. So how many more? We've got red was 8 and blue was 4. So I need a subtraction sentence. 8 minus 4 equals 4. Okay, now I want you to try this one on your own. I'm going to read it to you, and then I want you to pause it and answer it. Substitute if you don't mind walking around, making sure that everybody's got an answer for number 2. And here we go. How many fewer, okay, I'm subtracting again. How many fewer times did Jeremy pull out green marbles than blue and red marbles combined? What does combined mean? Okay, pause the video. Okay, so combined and the word and tells me I'm going to have to put red and blue together. So blue is 4, Red is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. I'm going to write that out there. 8 plus 4 is 12. That's not my answer. I just had to put the red and blue marbles together before I could see how many fewer times he pulled out green. Okay, so green is 11. So I'm going to take my combined number of blue and red and say 12 minus the number of green, which is 11, equals 1. So it was 1 fewer time. Okay, I'm going to read this to you, and because this says on your own, after I read it and talk about it a little bit, I would like your sub to pause the video and let you begin to fill this out on your own. Okay, it says 2 classes from Delia's school visited the Science Center. They recorded, that means they wrote down, they recorded their favorite exhibit in the tally table. Use the data in the table to make a picture graph. Use this key. Each sunshine, okay, so they're making a picture of a sunshine, stands for 4 votes. We're going to count by 4. So this is the lesson where it was kind of a train wreck on Wednesday when we did lesson 4.2. All right, please pause it and write down the title, the labels, the key, and all of that good jazz. Okay, so I like the title that she used for her chart for the data. Okay, I'm going to call it Favorite Exhibit. I hope you did too. If you forgot to write the title, well, on your paper when you do that, it's going to be wrong. Okay, so let me write down the numbers here. That's nature was 6. Solar system was 8. That's 5, 10, looks like 14. And then the human body exhibit was 5, 8. Oh, so 2 of them had the same amount. Okay, so I'm going to fill in my labels. Nature. Solar system. If you didn't do any of these, you need to change it. Light and sound. And then the human body. Now the most important part is the key. Each sunshine, if you didn't do this part on your paper, I would count it wrong, equals 4 votes. So we're going to have to count by 4s. Okay, and not all of these numbers are divisible by 4. So if we have 4, whole sunshine equals 4, what would a half sunshine equal? What's that? 2. So we might have to use that. All right, let's see. So nature, we're already going to have to use it because we've got 6 votes. Okay, so if I'm counting by 4s, 4. Now, if I add a whole other sunshine, that's going to be 8, and that's too many. I only need 6. I need 4, 5, 6. I need 2 more votes. So I'm going to do half a sunshine. Okay. Let's don't put a line there. Let's do it like this to show that it's half a sunshine. That way when I'm grading, I won't get confused. Okay, solar system is 8. Oh, I like that. That's counting by 4s. 4. Now, if I add 4 plus 4, what is that? 8. So I need 2 little sunshines there. 4, 8. Now, light and sound was very popular. We need 14. So I'm going to have to count by 4s until I can't anymore. And then I might have to use a half sunshine. So let's start. So we've got 4, 8. I know that because we just did that. 12. Now let's pause here because 8 plus 4 is 12. Now if we add 12 plus 4, that's 16. That's too many. We only need 2 more because we've got 12 here, right? So we need to draw half a sunshine. Okay, let me count it and make sure I'm right. 2, nope, not 2. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so yeah, I'm right. And then finally a human body, and it's an easy one, right? Because 4, 8. We did the same number for solar system. 4 plus 4 is 8, so that's how we would do that. Okay, now I'm going to read the question. I would like your substitute to pause the video and then see if you got the answers right. And then, of course, if you need to pause the video so you can get this copied down, if you got any wrong answers, you can do that as well. Number 4, which exhibits received the same number of votes? Well, I literally just said that, didn't I? Solar system, 4, 8. Human body, 4, 8. So, solar system and human body both got 8. Period. Okay, so it's okay. I didn't give time to pause. I will this time. Number 5. What if a weather exhibit received 22 votes? Explain how many pictures you would draw. Pause the video. Okay, so each sunshine's still worth 4. Okay, so let's see. I'm literally going to have to do it, okay? Instead of making all the little sunshine, little thing, the sun rays coming off, I'm just going to put circles and count by 4. 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. 16 plus 4 is 20. 20 plus 4 is 24. That's too many. I need 22, so I would have to do a half. All right, so now that I've drawn it, now I can write it as a sentence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 suns and a half sun. I would draw 5 suns and 1 half sun. Period. Okay, let's try the hot problem. I think we need to because we're struggling with graphing. What if the solar system exhibit received 15 votes? Would it make sense to use the key each sun equals 4 votes to equal... Good readers back up when it doesn't make sense. What if the solar system exhibit received 15 votes? Would it make sense to use the key? There's a question mark there. There we go. Each sunshine equals 4 votes to represent 15 votes. Would it still make sense to use each sunshine equals 4 if we got 15 votes? Pause the video. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw it and see what the problem would be. That's the best way to solve a hot problem. So I'm going to do circles for sun. So 4, 8, 12. Now if I put another, if I put another sun, that is 16. That's too many. And if I put a half sun, okay, that would only be 2. That would be 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, right? So I couldn't do it like that. No, you could not do it, because then you would have to make a quarter of a sun to show 15, and that doesn't make sense. So no, you could not use 4. Let's say you could not count by 4s. Because you need the half picture to work. How can I say that? Well, you need the half picture to work. And it wouldn't work. Okay, pause the video if you need to finish writing that down, and let's do the next one. I'm going to read this one, then I'm going to ask your substitute to pause it, and then you're going to fill this in all by yourself. Then I want you to play the video again and check yourself. All right, so let me read it. While at the Science Center, Delia's classmates learned how many teeth some mammals have. Use the data in the table to make a picture graph. Use this key. Each triangle equals 4 teeth. Please pause the video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to put in is my title. She put teeth in mammals. I like that title, so I'm going to go with it. Now there's a special rule for little words like in and the and or a that you don't have to capitalize them. You can, but you don't have to in the title. Now I'm going to write my labels. It looks like we've got hamster, cat, dog, cow. Ooh, I'm going to have to write small to fit hamster in there. Cat, dog, cow. Okay, the key is each triangle equals 4 teeth. Oh, I get it. They look like little teeth, little sharp teeth. So we're going to have to count by 4s. Oh my goodness, look at these big numbers. Oh my Lanta. So out beside there, I'm going to write 16, 30, 42, 32. That's just a tip. That's something I do to help me remember how many I need to do. So I'm going to count by 4s. Okay, so 4. Obviously, got to keep going. What's 4 plus 4? 8. 4, 8. What's 8 plus 4? 12. What's 12 plus 4? 16. All right, I don't need any half teeth there. 4, 8, 12, 16. Now, if you didn't know that, you would do 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 until you got to 16, and then you would draw a picture of each 4. Oh, holy moly guacamole. So cat's got 30 teeth. So I'm going to have to count by 4s to 30. Okay, so this is 16. So I can go ahead and copy all those down and know that I'm right. Okay, so 4, 8, 12, 16. But I've got a lot more to do. What is 16 plus 4? Right, it's 20. 20 plus 4 is 24. 24 plus 4 is 28. Okay, let's see. What's 28 plus 4? 29, 30, 31, 32. Oh, that's too many. So now I need to ask myself, if one full triangle equals 4 teeth, how much would a half triangle equal? What's half of 4? 2. Okay, so I've got, what did I get? I forgot. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 29, 30. I need 2 more, so that works out great. I'll just draw half a triangle, and that will give me 30. Okay, oh my goodness, dog is 42. So let me draw all of these, because this is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. So 28 up to there. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. Okay, now I'm going to have to do 28 plus 4. Oh, I just did that. Isn't it 32? 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. I'm going to have to keep going. 32 plus 4. 32 in my head. 34, 35, 36, 37. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. I'm going to write it down. 32 plus 4. Right, that's what I thought. That's 36. Okay, got to keep going. What's 36 plus 4? 10 or more, send them next door. 40. Okay, so far I've got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. I need 2 more, right? So that's where my half triangle is going to come in. Okay, and then cow is 32. 4, 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. I'm second guessing myself. 16, 20, 24, 28. Okay, what's 28 plus 4? You can add these up at, yep, 32. That's what I thought. All right, so for your graph to be correct, you should have drawn 4 triangles for hamster because that equals 16. You should have drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 full triangles and a half for cat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and a half for dog because that's 42. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for cow because that's 32. All right, pause the video after I read the question. Oh, we're going to skip this one. Okay, let's do this one. What if the only data in the table was for hamster and cow? Explain why you may use a different key. So if only hamster and cow, 16 and 32, were the only, we didn't have cat and dog, why would you want to use a different key? Pause the video. Okay, so I don't expect you to know this, but an easy key to use, 16 would have been an easy key to use because the number 16 and 32, those are the only ones we have. 16 plus 16 is 32. And here's what I mean by that. Because 16 plus 16 equals 32. So now let's pretend, we're going to suppose, which is pretend, that I have a graph. So hamster Okay, so if each triangle equaled 16, hamster would get 1. Okay, and then cow, because cow has 32, and I don't expect you to know this, and this isn't the only right answer. You could have done 2s. So, I mean, you could have done 4s. We did do 4s, didn't we? You could have done 2s. Cow would get 2 triangles because 16 plus 16 is 32. Okay, last question, and then you can start. How many pictures would you draw for cat if each triangle equals 5 teeth? Pause the video, go back up to the top and look. If each triangle equaled 5 teeth, how many triangles would you draw for cat? Pause. Okay, so since I like to write these things down, and cat equals 30. So if each triangle equals 5 teeth, I'm going to draw and count by 5s until I get to 30. Okay, so let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So let's see how many did, let me check and make sure. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yes. And how many did I draw? 6. Okay, so your substitute's going to pass out your assignment for you. You need to work diligently. Remember, the key is the most important part that tells you what you've got to count by. And if you need to do this out beside to find your answers, if you don't know how to count by 4s, please do that. Do what you need to do to get the right answers. All right, may the force be with you.